So I'm Peter Shen. I'm the head of digital and automation for North America here at Siemens Healthineers. So myself and my team, we look at kind of the intersection of all things technology and healthcare, how we can actually take some of the new and emerging technologies and platforms that are out there and bring them to patients and providers. So Siemens Healthineers, of course, I think a well-known global med tech company. We've got over 71,000 employees throughout the globe here that are focused on bringing innovations to healthcare for both the patient and the provider. Particular areas that include looking at diagnostics, imaging, and therapies, all kind of driven by digitalization and AI.
Excellent, thank you. Great summary. And it's good to have some time to chat with you today because AI is certainly the hot topic here and anywhere that you're within the healthcare space. And, touching on imaging specifically, from my reflection, imaging is certainly one of those first use cases in the healthcare space where we really saw AI adoption and the benefits realization. So I guess given that there's been a little bit of track record already in the AI imaging space, it must be a pretty exciting time right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right, Peter. Artificial intelligence, quite frankly, in the medical imaging space is not a new topic. Yeah. It's something that we at Siemens Healthineers, we've been working on for over 20 years, in fact. So taking a lot of the same principles you and I know of in our personal lives in terms of pattern recognition and recognizing people's faces and whatnot, and applying that towards now anatomical structures, for example. So we built in within our portfolio of solutions, like built-in AI tools that automatically position patients on an MRI or CT scanner by recognizing that if they're coming in for an MRI of the knee, when they sit on that scanner, they see the AI sees, oh, this is a knee, and then properly positions that patient so that we get the most accurate image quality that comes from that scanner. So a lot of technology is being used already within medical imaging, not just in terms of patient positioning, but then also identifying, let's say, abnormalities, for example. So you can train AI algorithms to find, let's say, some abnormal, an anatomical structure or maybe some sort of cancerous tumor or whatnot, and then be able to characterize it, quantify that, and give those details then for that clinician so he or she can make a more accurate diagnosis.
Excellent. And, we've certainly progressed from, there's this progression I see, which is that initial stage where it's kind of giving those prompts to a clinician to make the diagnosis. We've got the capability to do a lot more too and kind of automate and streamline. Where's this kind of space going when it comes to AI and imaging, like where, in the direction for the Healthineers?
Yeah, I think for Healthineers, a lot of the AI today is, again, kind of just a singular task, if you will. Right. So trying to find, let's say, that abnormality within that chest CT image, or being able to quantify, let's say, a lesion in the patient's prostate or whatnot, where we at Siemens Healthineers, we actually see a great opportunity of AI around what we call multimodal AI. So really taking in not just data about like the patient's images, but maybe also looking at the patient's like lab results, or maybe their pathology, the biopsy results that they have there, maybe even their genomic information. And you actually combine all those different pieces of clinical data about the patient, and then you overlay artificial intelligence on top of that to find maybe correlations within all of that data to help that clinician make a more informed diagnostic decision, or maybe even more personalized treatment decision for a patient.
Yeah, nice one. And so you're at Health up on a stage, I believe, and I think that's coming up today. Is that
yeah,
shortly after this,
right?
Yeah, tell me what we'll be sharing with the audience.
Yeah, I think what during that talk we're actually looking at kind of what that future patient experience looks like, and kind of piggybacking on the topic that we just talked about with multimodal AI. We see an opportunity where you can bring together all these different pieces of clinical information, and you can actually create then kind of, if you will, a digital twin of that patient. So I could actually maybe create kind of a twin of that, let's say, patient's heart, or some sort of anatomical a piece of anatomy of that patient. And the reason why that's interesting is that because now if I have that digital twin, I can actually start to test out certain therapies and try to figure out what's that optimal therapy that would actually work out best for that patient. So what's the optimal solution that is able to kind of take care of that patient and make sure that patient either remains healthy or gets healthy based on that therapy. So I can test all that out on the digital twin, and then once I figured out what that optimal therapy is, then I can actually do that, let's say, invasive procedure on that patient.
That digital twin space is really interesting and one that's capturing a lot of attention. So looking forward to that session. Any other final thoughts or things you're taking away from Health, or you're hoping that other attendees might do too?
Yeah, certainly. I think it's an exciting time to be in healthcare right now, especially with the convergence of both digitalization technologies like artificial intelligence within healthcare. I think certainly we've seen a lot of great benefits of this technology from an operational standpoint, and now folks and organizations are really now looking at how can we utilize the technology to help us from a clinical standpoint.
And lastly then, so anything else we're looking forward to seeing from Siemens Healthineers?
Yeah, absolutely. We're always continuing to innovate here, and certainly like we talked about, digital twinning is one aspect of things. We also see opportunities to bring together all these different pieces of clinical data and then continue to push the forefront in terms of medical imaging as well. And then also looking at different ways to treat these different diseases as well. So trying to figure out, for us, one of the important things for Siemens Healthineers is the ability to deliver end-to-end cancer care for patients as well. So everything from both detection and diagnosis all the way to therapy and survivorship.